They say history is written by the victors, but what if the history you've been taught is nothing more than a carefully crafted illusion? What if the world you believe in, your place in the universe, the limits of exploration, the very nature of reality, has been shaped not by truth, but by deception? Governments have spent decades, even centuries, perfecting the art of control, operating in the shadows with classified projects like MKUltra, Project Bluebeam, and Project Looking Glass. Their goal? Not just power, but total domination over perception itself. And while the lies run deep, a few cracks in the foundation reveal glimpses of a much larger hidden reality, one they never wanted you to question. Darius has seen what lies beyond the veil, free from the manipulations of the media, the scripted history books, and the corporate machine that keeps you in line.
Do you know what NASA stands for? In short, it's deception.
In Hebrew, NASA means to deceive. What if space isn't what they told you? What if the stars aren't what they seem? And why is the Antarctic Treaty so fiercely guarded, keeping you from what lies beyond? The world isn't just a globe spinning in a vast, meaningless void. It's something else entirely. Something they never wanted you to discover. Stay with us because what you're about to hear will change everything.
When I told you that space isn't real, it's not the way they tell you space is at all, not even close. And what space is literally dimensional access points. It's just portals. That's all space is. It's just you're bending space and time, basically, when you go into space to access a dimension. There's a difference between hearing something from somebody else and seeing it for yourself. When you see it for yourself, you see it and you know it. It's 100% knowing to you what's real.
Darius wants to make sure you understand. Once you see it, belief is no longer required. There's no need to trust, hope, or wonder, because knowing replaces believing, and the truth becomes undeniable.
When people say that we live within a ball, that is true. The construct here is round, but inside that construct, we live on a flat plane. But this place is immovable, it is fixed, and it does have a firmament above it and a dome.
The firmament is often described as a solid dome, arching over the earth, separating the sky from the other realms.
This is where you get the core. The earthly realm does have a core, but it actually is a projection of a map on the moon as well. I mean, this is where we're getting pretty deep in topics, which may lose a couple of people. Now, to even illustrate this even further, right, to give you not just metaphysical Darius's experiences from the other side, to show you here, this is a video, right? When people think of comets and shooting, some anyways, not all, but some comets, some shooting stars, you'll see that the stars are fixed within the firmament above us. When you think that space is moving, that the stars were rotating in space, that's not true. And it's not how it's viewed on the other side. Everything, the stars are dimensional, are access points in dimensional spaces. This is where you even go into, this could go really deep, but as I said before, what people call the black sun, the core, is actually projecting a map on the moon of the earthly realm. And this is where you'll see here. You need to think about mirror as a projection. And when you flip the moon in reverse, you'll see that it holds an entire map of the realm that we live within. Has all the continents, everything's there. And this is not just, like I said, I want to give you guys actual things that you could see visually and you could do for yourself. But when you're out of your body and you're accessing the other side, all this is available to you and all this is visible and seen for what it really is. Also, the realm that's pretty much cut off from us. There's other land masses. It's not just Australia, America, and all the continents that they tell you that is here. And you can access these when you're out of your body and see it. And as you can see here, the Mayans, the Egyptians, the Romans, the Hebrews, Greeks, all knew about the nature of the reality that we live in. The only thing that's new here in the indoctrination is NASA. They knew the construct design. They knew the celestial bodies. They knew the sun cycles. They knew it all. And this is where the structures were built based off of this construct design. This is why you'll see in a lot of their structures, they've mapped out sun from the winter to spring to the summer, and back again. They even mapped out as well. You'll find that the sun follows a path of a sort of like an infinity 8 symbol, yeah,
Mhm.
which is 23.4 degrees to the left, of tropical Cancer, tropical Capricorn. So they understood the nature of this place. They understood the multidimensionality of who they were. The sun is not a gassy ball in space. And when you ask yourself, where does light come from? People don't really ask these questions. When you think of where light is coming from, well, it's the sun's light is coming from bridging of multiple dimensions and realms in bringing that light through. This is why it's considered a stargate as well. The pyramids are aligned to the stars because the stars act as fixed dimensional space gateway access points. And you'll find in these pyramids as well, all throughout this realm, because it's not just in Egypt where the pyramids are. It's all through America. It's all through Antarctica, here in Australia. It's everywhere. They were able to basically create certain portal stargate things because they understood the spoken word, the original language too, which is usually done in riddles because words are spells. So they were able to tune the frequency to specific locations within this realm. You look at beings here within this construct universe, all of the races, all of the kingdoms are true and accurate. Are true. The Greys, what people call the humanoid aliens as well, the Seraphins, the angels, which is only one form of angels, like what people call the original angels. You have the beings of Eden as well, what people consider the god beings. All those races are true and they're here. Some of them are here physically. This is where you get the Antarctic Treaty as well. A lot of the races, some of the races are there. And this is where they also hide certain things within that. And I've targeted this place as well, Antarctica, a lot, where they have hidden so much there. There's actually still to this day in Antarctica, some of the original bodies, you could say the original giant bodies are the original angel bodies. And so it took me a while to understand, well, how are the bodies still there? Where's the energy? Where's the soul? Back in the halls of Amenti, which is, it's a halls of information and also a period of time that took place here. They had a organic technology where they were able to put somebody on what people consider med beds now, but an organic bed. And they were able to project their soul just with a snap of like a frequency generator through that bed, soul coming up into another form, into another body. So a lot of these original bodies have done that into humanoid form. And then this is where they're in stasis and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of that. Everything that people hear about with the contact of races, a lot of them have been here for a very long time. And when you hear about the gods coming to the earthly realm or the angels coming through the earthly realm, all they're doing is they are opening up certain stargate, dimensional space stargates to travel from the higher realms down into this realm. Because this realm is a lot bigger than what is advertised, right? So this is why you have the Antarctic Treaty and stuff like that, to cut people off from the other land masses within this realm. It's a lot larger and there's a lot more land masses and continents. This is where I've seen like the 3 suns, the 3 moons, the many different suns within this construct.
Yeah, I had a feeling Admiral Byrd was correct. He said he was sent to Antarctic back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s and said that there was a mass of land that was bigger than the United States with a lot of natural resources. And then that was it. They never heard about that again.
No. But yeah, absolutely true. There's larger places, other land masses beyond the poles. Yeah.
And you can explore that have you explored it using your consciousness?
Out of body, yeah. I've been showing. It was actually quite interesting. So I was in my out of my body, and I was actually in like a boat, but it was like think about a boat like what people refer to as like the spirit realm. Like the boat was actually it wasn't on the water. It was just gliding through, the air and stuff like that. And that's when I was there, and then they were showing me all the different land masses and stuff like that beyond the poles and stuff. And this is where you get a lot of your this is where you get a lot of your ET races, a lot of your extraterrestrial beings, all exist still within this construct.
Though Darius speaks with authority, it's not because he asks for blind trust. It's because he has done the work to see it. With over 40-plus testimonials of people witnessing the same truth and awakening to who they once were, his words come from experience, not speculation. He may seem far ahead, but the path to understanding is one we all walk at our own pace. So don't be discouraged if it takes a moment to break the chains of belief that have been conditioned into you. The most important thing to remember is that this is your journey. Keep it close to your heart, guard it fiercely, and give yourself the space to grow. There may be moments when you feel like you're balancing two versions of yourself, the one you've been and the one you're becoming, but I am here to help you walk as one, as your true unique self. This is for anyone ready to see beyond the veil and step into their own knowing.